There will also be new stories every day. And don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed the story. Let's begin. My name is Scarlett, and I'm 18 years old now. I'm writing this like memories because it all happened just recently, but it feels like a whole lifetime has passed. I was always the straight A student from head to toe. I spent my entire school time on lessons, homework, exams. My parents were super strict. They barely let me go out anywhere. Studies first, they'd say. I didn't complain because I was used to it. But because of that, I didn't have many friends. The only one who was always there was Lana. We met in school when we were 14. She sat at my desk during math class because the teacher rearranged the seats. I remember looking at her. She was smiling, with long hair that was always a bit messy, like she'd just come in from outside. She seemed so free, not like me. She said, "Hi, I'm Lana. Want to solve the problems together?" And we started talking. My first impression, she was so easy to talk to, always laughing, telling stories about her walks with friends. I was a little jealous because I didn't have that. But she didn't push. She just stayed around. Over time, we became best friends. She came to my house because my parents only allowed that, studying together. We'd sit in my room, solve problems, watch movies on my laptop, or just chat about school. From the very beginning, I felt something special about her. Not just friendship. When she laughed, my heart would tighten, like something warm inside me. But I never thought about it deeply. I was the proper girl, principles, studies, no nonsense. My parents taught me everything had to be by the rules, so I held myself back. I thought it was just closeness because she was the only one who understood me. Sometimes, when she'd touch my hand explaining something, I'd get goosebumps, but I'd tell myself, it's nothing, just a friend. Inside, I was struggling. I wanted to be closer, but I was scared to admit it. What if it's not that? What if I'm wrong? I hid those feelings because I didn't want to ruin our friendship. We spent so much time together, after classes, on weekends. She'd talk about her dreams, wanting to travel, and I'd share my university plans. We'd eat cookies I'd baked, lie on the bed, and talk until night. My parents thought we were studying and left us alone. When school ended, I turned 18, and it was the first day of summer. I was so happy, finally free from exams. Lana came over, like always. We locked ourselves in my room because my parents were home, but didn't bother us. We decided to watch a movie she brought, something about friendship and adventures. We sat on the bed, close to each other. I could feel her warmth, her scent, fresh, like after rain. We laughed at the jokes in the movie, and suddenly she turned to me. "Scarlett, have you ever kissed anyone?" I blushed. "No," I said. "Where would I? I was always studying." She smiled. "Me neither, really. Want to try? Just for practice." I froze. Inside, my heart was pounding. I wanted it, but I was scared. My principal screamed, "Don't, it's not right." But curiosity won. "Okay," I whispered. "But just once." She leaned in, her face so close. I felt her breath on my lips, warm, light. We closed our eyes, and our lips touched. At first, softly, like an accident. Her lips were soft, a little moist, and I felt them press against mine. I didn't know what to do, so I just responded, slowly, hesitantly. The kiss lasted seconds, but it felt like forever. Her hand touched my cheek, and I felt a shiver through my body. It wasn't passionate like in movies, just pure, new sensation. When we pulled away, I looked at her, and her eyes were just as surprised. "How was it?" she asked. I just nodded because I had no words. That kiss captured me. Suddenly, all my held-back feelings burst out. Inside, I panicked. What now? Is this love? But I can't, it's against the rules. After that, we didn't talk about it right away. But the next evening, she came over again, and we locked the door. "Want to do it again?" she asked quietly. I nodded, and we kissed. It became a habit, almost every evening. Not passionately, just tenderly like a game, but for me it was more. I felt like I depended on her. My inner struggles tortured me. Why can't I stop? It's Lana, my friend. But without her, it's empty. We spent time like before, talking, laughing, but now with kisses. One time, we forgot to lock the door. We were kissing, her lips on mine, arms around each other, and suddenly my mom walked in. "Girls, dinner," she said. We jumped apart. I grabbed lipstick. "We're doing makeup, Mom." She looked suspicious, but left. My heart was racing. I thought it was over. But she didn't say anything, and we kept going. Everything was fine until Lana went on vacation with her parents for a whole week.
It was a nightmare.
I sat at home, staring at the wall, unable to think of anything else. Inside, I was tearing apart. This isn't just kisses. I'm in love. I can't live without her smile, her touch. Every day felt eternal. I texted her, but replies were rare. I realized it was real love, the one I'd held back for so long. When she came back, I couldn't hold it. We met in my room, and I said, "Lana, this isn't just a game. I want to date you for real." She looked at me, smiled, and hugged me tight. "Me too, Scarlett. I was waiting for you to say it." We kissed again, but now with understanding. From that day, we were a couple. No one knew, parents, friends. We kept it secret. Then we both got into university, the same faculty. We were lucky to live together in the dorm, same room. Now we spend every day together, studying, sneaking walks, holding hands when no one's around. I'm still the straight-A student, but now I have a life beyond books. Our secret stayed ours, no one ever found out, and that makes it special. I can't imagine life without Lana. This is my story, real as it gets. The first weeks of university felt like stepping into a new world. For the first time, I wasn't under my parents' roof, and I could breathe freely. Lana and I had our own little space. Our dorm room became our safe haven. Between lectures and study sessions, we'd cook instant noodles together, laugh over silly things, and dream about the future. But living together also made things harder in a way. I started to realize that love wasn't only about the happy, quiet moments. It was about fear too. Fear of being discovered. Fear of losing what we had. Some nights, we'd sit by the window, watching the city lights, and Lana would whisper, "One day, I want to live somewhere where we don't have to hide." I'd nod, imagining that world. I didn't know where life would take us, but for the first time, I wasn't just living by my parents' rules. I was living for me. For us.